Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happy Tuesday, one and all. Okay, get myself comfortable here. Alrighty. Hello to let's see who's here already. Hi, Elaine Parker, Gwendolyn Daniels, Betty, Connie Balmer. And hello to Marcy Foreman, Sandra Rose. Hello. Zenobia Wood, Lorna Williams, Menzini. Hi, Iris Demonia, Alita Portress. Hi, and Faith. Okay, Faith. Who else is here? Ruth Lopez, Angela Bauman. Let's see who else. Vanna Jordine, yes, and Carolyn Sowers, Karen Warner, Mama Jane. Hi, Mama Jane. And put on a smile. Life is. Wait. How's that song? Put on a happy face. Wipe up the dirt and cheer up. Put on. Oh, no, that's the commercial. Spread sunshine all over your face, all over the place. Anyway, never mind. I don't know. Put on a smile. Put on a smile. That reminded me of a song for some reason. Joan Garcia, hello. Hazel Bryan, hi. And Nulando, no, okay, I got it. I got it. Nobody help me. Nobody help me. Uh, okay, pass. I'm sorry. Usually I get it. No Luthando Niandini. There we go. Got it. Whew. I got it. And Lydia Washington. Let's see who else is Nazuri Malkia. Yes. Okay. Joyce Vos and Annie Bullard wants to say hi to a few people. Hey, got a new member. Now let me check and see if that shows up on both screens. Got a new member. Okay, for 5 months now. Brenda Crane. Hi, Brenda Crane, new member. Now I'm trying to highlight that. And I'm seeing you on one screen and not on the other. That's strange. Georgina Gosen, huh? Welcome. Huh. How strange. I see it on one screen and not on the other. Give that a second or two. Uh-huh. Oh, Brenda Crane says, I just love you, Baron, and your goodness. Thank you. Now, if I could only highlight that, that's so weird. I see it on one screen and not on the other. I don't know how I can remedy that. Did I pay StreamYard this month? That's one way to remedy is to pay your bill. Well, anyway, thank you so much, Brenda Crane. So I do see it on one screen. I'm unable to highlight it, but I thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Okay, not a new member, but a member for 5 months. Anyway, thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, glad I caught that. All right, cool. All right, so let's get on with it, shall we? All right. Vivian Ciani, hello. Kanitha Ash and Janine Bell. Okay, so hi Chef Sandy Love. I had an early start today, so as soon as I'm done, I guess what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take me a nap. I had to run some errands this morning. Oh man, that was invigorating. I'm not used to all that light. What do they call it? Sunshine. I think that's what they call it. That whatever that bright light is outside, that everybody is, it makes everything brighter. I'm not used to that much daylight. I'm a bit of a vampire. Yeah, during the winter months, I get very little sun. Okay. Yeah, it's too bright. But that's okay. They say we need the vitamin D, is it? Vitamin D. Yes, Ginger snaps. A nap sounds divine, doesn't it? As soon as I got home, I couldn't wait to put my PJs back on. Yeah, I think with the pandemic, I was in my pajamas for about at least 18 months. I forgot how to tie my shoes. Okay. Anyway, that's enough of all that Who Shot John. Let me get my slides going. And I'm gonna try to get you guys out of here in an hour today. How's that? How's that? But we do have some stuff to cover, I'm sure. Really? Is that what that is? Okay, that's interesting. Try that. Huh. I dated my slides for the 16th, but it should be the 26th. Yeah, I need a nap. Okay. Hi, Pam Porter says, Baron, we are Scorpios. Loving the night is our thing. Yes, absolutely. Pam Porter, I have to tell you, I love the nightlife and I got to boogie. Yes. Isn't that a song? Please don't talk about love tonight. Please don't talk about sweet love. I want to go where the people dance. I want some action. I want to live action. I got so much to give. I want to give it and I want to get some too. I love the nightlife. I got the boogie on the disco round. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, I thought the numbers were going to drop with that last note, but it didn't. Did you know that that's what she was saying? I love the nightlife. I got the boogie on the disco round. You know, that platform that people would stand up? That's the disco round. On the disco round. Oh, yay. Now, did anybody's dogs or cats just run under the bed? Oh, man. Yeah, I'm a little punchy. I do need a nap. I get really punchy. Uh, oh, you know what? Where's my coffee? I left my coffee cup in the kitchen. Yes, Studio 54. Oh yeah, man, disco was the days, wasn't it? I loved disco. It got kind of weird though. You know, everything that was disco was not great. Do you remember that song Disco Duck? I had to play that song for a millennial. I said, I would tell you the song, but you won't believe that I'm for real. So let me just play it for you. And so I played that song Disco Duck, and they just kind of looked at me like, really? I said, yeah, that was a thing. Disco Duck. If you just put disco in it, it would sell. So, oh boy. Anyway, I think I'm gonna delete that out the video later. That singing part. Oh man, I do love the nightlife, and I got the boogie. Oh, what is that? Yeah, I don't think she's blocked, but I looked, but I don't think so. But what I did was I manually entered her into the conversation. So it should be okay now. So if you can get in touch with her, tell her to try because sometimes for whatever reason, some people is difficult, um, and so you have to manually enter people into the chat. So I did that last night. I did get the message from another squatty, and it should be fine now. Yeah, but when that happens, I just have to make sure that I manually enter the person. But for whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't work. But it should be okay now. So um, yeah. So Patricia, if you're listening, you should be okay. I mean, I literally did that manually last night, so it should be fine now. Um, of course, with that singing, it I may push everybody out of here. Oh yeah. Okay, so you guys, before I lose people with my singing, maybe I should just get started. Robert Collins, are you still in Rome? Hi, Sherry Ware. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Hi, Baron and fellow squatties joining from Rome. And the wine bar is open. I purposely entered once Baron stopped howling. Woo! I don't blame you. Hey Robert, I stayed at the most lovely little hotel, and it was called a Papa Germano's. So, if you can, tell Papa Germano I said hi. He won't know who I am, but he was very, very nice. And he has a hotel there. And Papa Germano's rescued me because I was staying at this one place which was horrific. And I told him what a terrible time I had. And he said, well, we have a room available for you. It had a refrigerator and a microwave. And best of all, I was in Rome. And anyway, the place is called a Papa Germano's. So you have to look up that place. Yeah, it is adorable. I love that place. When they get the elevator fixed, I'll go back. Until they fix that elevator, Papa Germano will never see me again in this life. I don't do steps no more. There's nothing like walking up those old world steps. You know, the ones that kind of have the footprints worn into them. Oh man, there's nothing like it. All right, so okay, I think I have a message from. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get started before I start singing again. Oh, but I do love the nightlife, and I really do got the boogie. I just have to boogie. Okay, so yesterday I just happened to glance at that troll. I just happened to glance at that troll popping up on my Twitter feed. Well, apparently she hasn't blocked me yet. She has yet to block me, although the other one did. What's the other liar's name? Uh oh, I don't know. I can't remember her name because she hasn't been on television for so long. Starts with a V. And she has a really mousy voice. What is her name? Let me see. She's a liar. Her daddy a liar. They both lied. Um, Let me see. For $300, she literally sold her soul. I can't remember. Anyway, not $300, 300 pounds. For 300 pounds sterling, she literally forfeited a career. Oh yes, thank you, Elena. That's the one. That's the one. That mousy voice. The one who's like one eyelash away from total collapse. Anyway, yeah, you can't trust her or Dickie. So anyway, she says Angela Levin says, I bet he wouldn't have that problem if in the UK. He wouldn't have that problem in the UK. Well, what she was speaking about was the reports that there was an intruder upon the property of the Sussexes recently. And I saw that and I'm like, are you serious? Are you flipping serious? They would not have that problem in the UK. They would never have that problem in the UK. And so I said, you know what? What the heck? Let me start pulling out some receipts. I really hate to do this, but let me tell you exactly what Prince Harry has been fighting for. Although I don't know that it would do any good because uh, they have security breaches in the United Kingdom that you could drive a truck through. How about this one? Exclusive. An intruder wielding a crossbow in the year 2022, was it? An intruder wielding a crossbow was arrested at Windsor Castle today after he breached security while the Queen was preparing for a Christmas church service. Well, now that I think of it, yes, I am kind of messy. And, that might explain one of the stories from yesterday, right? That could be a reasonable explanation from yesterday. Do you remember yesterday when we found out that the Queen's knickers were at an estate sale? I wondered if that person wasn't only yielding a crossbow. I wonder if he what was that they used to call it in college when they would run to the girls' dormitory and what was it? What did they call it? Anybody remember? Go ahead and say it if you remember what I'm talking about. They would run to the girls' dormitory and they would like run in and run back out. Anyone? Oh, oh yes. Thank you, Eleanor Patterson. Thank you. So maybe he wasn't after and shame on you for knowing that, but maybe he wasn't after Her Majesty. Maybe he just had some kind of weird kink going on. But thank you. Oh, Denise Marcus has it. And streaking Cynthia Baxter. Cynthia Baxter, what university did you go to? Streaking? My goodness, you do raise the bar, don't you? This is a very highbrow live stream. We don't get in for that sort here. How dare you? We talk about the panty raids, but not streaking. How dare you? This is a very posh, highbrow broadcast. How dare you introduce? How dare you? I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. Anyway, as I was speaking from my very tawny microphone, speaking into my very tawny what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Not anyway, as anyway, classy is classy here. Erudite, yes, as I speak into my very erudite microphone. Um, so maybe the person wielding the crossbow, maybe he wasn't after anybody to hurt them. Maybe he just grabbed a pair of Her Majesty's royal knickers and ran right out the door with them. Um, oh, this is bad. Anyway, once he was had exhausted himself, he took him to an estate sale. That could happen. Anyway, Oh my goodness, that is pretty bad. That you know what? I am being absolutely tacky right now. I wouldn't have it any other way though. So Her Majesty was in her personal quarters about to greet her son Prince Charles and daughter-in-law Camilla when armed police were scrambled to apprehend a man who had broken into the inner castle. It is believed that at least the third major security breach at Windsor this year. So yeah, that did at least the granny panties. I haven't heard that in a while. Actually, I say it all the time. Um, well, if you don't know what granny panties are, those they come in a pack of three. They're usually made from 100% cotton and pastel tones. They start at size 3X and up. Anyway, you guys are just. I'm telling you, this is a very, very posh, erudite live stream. Okay. So yes, cross bow intruder at Windsor. And then how about this? How about this? Because remember, Angela Levin said that if Harry was still in Narnia, that this would not happen. That's what she said. She said, if he was here, it wouldn't happen. And even if it did happen, Archie could have recorded it with the camera in his juice box or the camera in Lily's pram. They all have cameras because Meghan is a Hollywood actress and she likes cameras on her at all times. So that's usually Angela Levin's wacky, rather conspiracy theory theme is that everybody's out to get somebody. Anyway, American tourist 25 who jumped over fence into Buckingham Palace stable while suffering from a psychotic episode is fined 200 pounds after admitting trespassing charges. Well, okay, he literally just jumped the fence and got in. Okay, that and again, Angela says if he was over here, there's no way that it wouldn't have happened here. But because Megan's a Hollywood actress, so okay, again, what is she talking about? All right. But don't worry, I'm going to go on. Buckingham Palace intruder Michael Fagan claims he broke in. That's how that happened. Michael Fagan claims he broke into the Queen's bedroom because he thought she would help him after his wife ran off and left him to bring up their four children. So Michael Fagan, and then, of course, years later, fast forward to 2022, and the Queen has a pair of knickers on sale for just £4,000 on eBay auctioneer site. Yeah, lace. I'm impressed. Okay, so maybe it was Michael Fagan. You know what? Do you know what? Not only am I pointing out that there have been breaches of security in the past and that we couldn't possibly believe that if Harry was there, something like that would never happen, but I think I have just solved the case, the very curious case of the Queen's lost knickers. I think they were taken. Either it was Michael Fagan or perhaps it was the crossbow wielding intruder, or perhaps it was where is he at? Oh, let me get back over here. Or maybe it was this American tourist who jumped the fence. One of those people. I'm starting to lean toward Michael Fagan, though. I'm leaning toward Michael Fagan. But remember, Angela Levin said this would never happen in Narnia. So, how about this? Astonishing crimes reported at Buckingham Palace revealed hundreds going unpunished. A total of 470 crimes were recorded at Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace, St. James Palace, and Clarence House. I wonder how many of those were allegedly committed by one of the members of the family. Because there's one member of the family who allegedly is a one man uh, crime spree. Anyway, the man reportedly spent the evening eating and drinking with senior officers. Well, you remember that one. That was when someone pretended to be a priest. Extraordinary breach, Queen hit by a shock security breach after imposter allowed into barracks just yards from Windsor Castle. Again, these security breaches could have never happened if Harry was here. Okay, Prince Harry wants to protect the Queen and ensure the right people are around her. So it gotten so bad that even Harry had to make a surprise visit just to check on his grandma, right? And then, of course, I guess they figure if there was a future security breach, maybe if we get one of the duchesses, the one that you see pictured there, maybe if we put her in a guard's uniform and let her laugh and hee haw the man to death, he'd never come back or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's a security breach right there, putting her in the uniform. But anyway, I digress. But I just wanted to. And let's see. Man stopped in Windsor Castle. A man stopped and detained attempting to enter Windsor Castle on Christmas Day. Okay, I didn't do that. This was somebody else's license taken with the image of him. But I love that one. That was very funny. They were circulating that on the Twitter um, a while ago. But anyway, that was the last time that that fool ever spoke on camera. So I just wanted to prove that there is the possibility that whether you're in Narnia or someplace else, that intruders happen quite often. So once again, Angela has proven what a Pinocchio as well as a troll she can be, and just all around bad looking person. But yeah, the double gagger, Angela Levin. Okay, you guys, does anybody have any comments before I go on to the next topic? Let's see. How the Queen go help him when Charles ran off with the Rottweiler and the Queen didn't help Princess Diana. That's true. Even though we're having our fun right now, on a very serious note, they stripped Princess Diana of her security, and then they told the world that she rejected the security. And of course, we found out later on that as a way to punish her, they took away her HRH, and essentially taking away her HRH status was enough to remove her security. Um, that was done quite deliberately. I remember when they took away her HRH, and Princess Diana was like, you know what? I would rather just be, I'll never be the queen of this country, but I want to be the queen of people's hearts. And I thought that was very beautiful and very well said. And it's a shame. It's a shame the way they treated her. I mean, she didn't ask for that life. It was pretty much thrown in her lap when they coerced her into, being with that person. I don't even want to say Charles. Oh, God, I had almost choked on it, but Charles. Oh, man. But let me see. Let me see. Justice Siempre says, I'm sorry, Siempre says, now you know those are the attempts they are admitting. Ooh, isn't that something? How many other less noticeable breaches were there? Uh huh. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But I didn't like the idea that they were trying to make it seem as though Harry has put him, and I think that's what Angela was trying to say, is that Harry put himself and his family in a very vulnerable position. But it's not to say that you're that much more secure in Narnia, because, as they say, there's been 470 incidents in so many months or years that were reported, and like you say, those are the ones that they have admitted to. Okay, so I'm done with that. Let's shift gears here. Hit it, Annie. Okay. Um, an explanation. I'm sorry. The explanation is nonsensical on its face. Plaintiff filed the 2016 action as Samantha Rasmussen on September 20th, 2016. That is the only 6 weeks before the public reporting of Meghan's relationship with Prince Harry. And 5 years uh, before she first received hateful emails. In other words, it is not even clear why plaintiff needed privacy and safety from the public. Essentially, what they're saying is you are the one, Samantha, who changed your name from Samantha Grant or Samantha Rasmussen or whichever name you're grifting these days, and you changed your name back to Markle. As soon as she found out that Prince Harry and her half sister were dating, she began telling people, no, 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 call me Markle, because she knew that there was going to be a big windfall from the relationship with the Duchess of Sussex. And of course, when she found out about it, I mean to tell you, she sat up in the chair and she came up with a plan. And that plan had lucrative for her. If she wanted to maintain her privacy, all she had to do was keep her mouth shut. Nobody, nobody was going to go to Gator Country looking for her. Especially when you have to when you have to go to Gator Country to find her. Nobody was interested in her. She brought that attention to herself. And then, of course, having been so public about her relationship with her sister, she is the one who has been on television. And actually, she's the one who's been trolling the Duchess of Sussex, not the other way around. So to try to pretend otherwise is the height of hypocrisy. And it's not going anywhere. The Sussex's attorneys, this is just a very, very minor insecurity. I'm not insecurity, but a minor inconvenience rather. And it is likely that she may even have to pay court costs. I mean, it's this right here has backfired epically, but it was probably the last card she had to play. So, um, anyway, that thank you to the squatty that shared that. All right, and then there's this. Today, William and Kate lands in KP on their private helicopter, but lectures, preaches general public about climate change and environment. William goons, right-wing media always attack Prince Harry and Meghan using private jet. Total silent that is on William, which is what I have been saying for the longest. So on the left side, there is a video, and this is a newer video where the Cambridges are exiting their, I believe, I believe Peddle calls it the flying car. They exit the flying car, and yeah, this is an 8 million pound helicopter, and I believe I think it was Elaine Parker, or was it Diane Hawkins that I thought this was the Queen's helicopter, and they said no, no, Baron, the Queen purchased that for William. It looks like the Queen's helicopter, but I noticed that the Queen's helicopter has a different flight number on painted on the side of it. So it's very similar to GXX something 20, and then but whatever the number is, it's different. So yes, obviously it is not the same helicopter. Very interesting. Okay, and then of course our planet has become more fragile And that is a quote from William. The pressing need to protect and restore our planet has never been more urgent. Prince William. Well, as he says that, he's on and off the private jets, in and out of his helicopter. Um, yeah, so again, the height of hypocrisy. I'm hoping that when they are traveling across the US, or whether they just go to that one city, I promise you, I hope, I pray that someone in the American media will call them out about this. I hope that in some way, just like with the um, tour of the Caribbean, I hope that there is questions asked, and that at some point they won't get a chance to just ignore the press as they often do. Over there, the press will not shout questions out to them. That's very rare. But over here, it's more likely. Oh, you like that, Myra V, huh? Gator country? uh, yeah, okay. Yes, Anastasia, she did change her name. She changed the name. Whichever way the money is flowing, that's the direction the name comes from. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. There we go. And so this is another thing. The Pope has offered, I'm sorry, Pope to offer long sought apology to Canadian Indigenous people. Pope Francis will travel to an Indigenous community in Canada to apologize for the church's role in residential schools that tried to erase Indigenous culture and where thousands of children died. And so there on the right, Lakota Man has a Twitter page, and if these children were strong enough to survive boarding school indoctrination, many didn't. Then white children are strong enough to, I think it is. Let me see. It's strong enough to learn about it. Exactly. Just like with teaching critical race theory, if if African Americans were strong enough to survive the history of slavery, or actually the act of slavery, if Black people are strong enough to survive that, then I think that the greater population of the United States should be able to learn about it. I mean, it's part of the history. And just the same way as people say, oh, don't take down those statues, it's part of our story. Well, isn't it amazing how they pick and choose what they want us to learn? So we need to know about General Stonewall Jackson, but we don't need to know about how the West was won, how the United States went through its manifest destiny, which means a genocide. Essentially, the manifest destiny was a genocide. Do you know they almost made the American buffalo go extinct? They would literally hunt buffalo from the trains. They knew the buffalo was essential to the survival of quite a few of the native tribes in the United States. And so, in order to get rid of the indigenous population, they literally slaughtered the buffalo almost to extinction. I mean, the Great American herds of buffalo were so vast at one time that they were, you know, all over the Midwest. I mean, you can find buffalo almost every place, and then all of a sudden, once Manifest Destiny started, and this idea of having a country that went from sea to shining sea, they slaughtered them by the tens of thousands until they were almost extinct. So just goes to show. So good on him to go there and apologize. I spoke about this before. And so there you go. Ottawa. Pope Francis is traveling to Canada this week to apologize to the indigenous community for the Roman Catholic Church role in the country's notorious residential school system, where thousands of indigenous children died and countless others were sexually and physically abused. Gee, I wonder who was the sovereign during that period of time. Well, there were a few, and one of them is still on the throne today. The visit comes after years of pleas from indigenous leaders and leading for the Vatican apology about the schools, which were designed to erase indigenous culture and language by forcibly separating children from their families to assimilate them into Western ways. And some indigenous leaders say it will fill in one of the biggest remaining pieces in Canada's efforts to reconciliation over a brutal education system that a national commission declared to be a form of cultural genocide. Well, it did happen. And so the statue that you see there, I believe that particular statue is Queen Elizabeth II. Take a look there. So this is Phil Fontaine at the Vatican in March was the first indigenous leader to publicly describe the abuse he suffered at residential school in Canada run by the Catholic Church. Okay, so there you go. You can see KK Canada sprayed or actually drawn on the back of QE2. And the other statue to the left, that is Queen Victoria. So from the time of Victoria all the way up until present Queen Elizabeth, there has been a form of genocide. It not only, the cultural genocide, but otherwise, that has plagued the United States and Canada. And most places where there has been, Western European countries or um, going to native countries, I mean, to foreign countries to have a colony or colonization, part of that is to take away the natives' language and culture. I mean, they were not even allowed to speak the language. So, okay. All right, so that is something else. Let me look at a couple of comments for this, and then we'll go on. Meghan was speaking the truth with Oprah because she started work at the age of 13 in Humphrey Yogurt shop in Beverly Hills, getting $4 an hour. Her father has lied about her upbringing. That book is full of lies. He's already told enough lies, but then supposedly these conversations that she had with that guy that looks like he can't wait to get home to give himself an enema. Um, that book is full of lies. There are so many, I mean, just out and out inconsistencies and lies in that book. I knew that book was going to be a big fat nothing burger. They tried to hype it up like it was going to be this damaging rebuke of the Duchess of Sussex when it is full of idle gossip and just straight out lies. Just total lies. And it's almost as though the institution is having a drink at the last chance saloon. These are the final gasps of what used to be this incredible globe, I guess, globe, not trotting, but globe um, colonizing empire has been reduced to some old man who looks like he cannot wait to go home and give himself an enema. That's what it's been reduced to. And then, that prickly fool sits there on the television and he even admits that he mostly, if not exclusively, spoke to people who had a vested interest in lying to him. And then where people would not lie to him, but lie about the Duchess of Sussex, and where that left off, then they would just go ahead and make up stuff. I mean, it's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. Have you noticed that I don't think he's been on American television. I don't believe he's been on American television. I guarantee you he won't have the same reach of a Robert Lacey, and he definitely won't have the same reach of that other TB. Um, isn't it interesting that their initial sounds like a disease, TB? Their initial sounds like something that will fill your lungs with pus and nodules. Um, that hasn't been lost on me, by the way. Um, actually, his initials should be BS because he's full of it. Anyway, okay, K Castillo, hello. All right. Uh, let me see. Okay, the Markles and the Windsors are two of a kind. Only the Windsors have wealth and status. Both families are grifters. You got that right. They're on grifts of their own kind. Thank you so much for your comment, Pam Porter. Let me see. To Star Reese, I agree with you, but at the same time, we cannot cede any territory to lies, and we have to remind people that are not squatties, we have to remind them that these are salacious lies because whether or not we like it, we've all experienced people, and I have mentioned this before, where you see this blaring headline and someone will come up and, they know that you support the Sussexes and they'll say, well, is it true such and such and so and so? And then you have to spend a lot of time trying to explain exactly what the intentions are. And I feel obligated to do it. I really do. So this is not a promotion. I don't see it as a promotion. But I'll tell you something. I received a email from someone, an email that, and you guys, unless there's something really important, please just inbox me on Twitter. Go to Royal Sussex on Twitter. So I get an email from someone who says, um, you know, how did they put it? It was something about that book. And they were saying that, I hate that this person has said all of these terrible things. And I know how you can get a free copy. And anyway, I want you to have that free copy so that you can go forth and dispel some of the lies in the book. I'm like, do I look that slow to you? Do I look do I at any point do I appeared to be um that soft in the head that you think that I would want a copy of it so that I could go forth unto the world and dispel those terrible lies? This person was serious. They really thought that they could give me some kind of link where I could go and get my free copy. I don't have a fireplace currently, so unless I threw it in the fireplace, I couldn't think of anything else to do with it. Well, maybe start up the barbecue grill, but no, I don't want that trash in my house. Oh, I've seriously received an email like that. I couldn't believe it, and I don't know, I don't know. It was very bizarre. I'm looking like, why are you sending this to me? What do I want with this? Crazy. But the Mod Squad knows very well because the Mod Squad have been deleting those people left and right where they try to sound like they are outraged by um, what was in the book. They sound outraged by it, or he's a misogynist, and and at the same time they're trying to do some kind of backhanded promotion. Uh, you're on the wrong page, boo. You are just on the wrong page, boo. I don't know what they if you're on this channel, chances are that type of um persuasion or gaslighting, grifting, uh, con job, it's just not going to work. It's stupid. It Oh man. Well, it'll be at the Dollar Tree in there'll be a whole bin of those at the Dollar Tree very soon. Very, very soon. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. I look at stuff like that where they try to seem like they are outraged. They're just as outraged as you are. Oh, it's I don't know what to say about it. Anyway, um, I'm gonna move on. So right here it says you can make up anything about the royal family and it will be printed as fact. Now I wrote blank there because blank was the name of another book. But the thing is, you could use that for any book. You could take any title of any of those hate books and put it right there. There's no compelling new witness to discover in the that blank much hype book, but plenty repeated implausible gossip. At this time, one starts to think about volumes of royal muckraking that you can make up anything and have a fair chance it being rather repeated. If I said in this review that I happen to know that all of the Prince of Wales siblings were in the habit of referring to him uh, among themselves as the Blodwyn, I dare say it would soon I'm sorry, find its way into print as a matter of fact. Now, a Blodwyn, it means like white flower or something like that. But anyway, you get the point, is that whatever it is, it will find its way into the tabloids and then it supposedly becomes fact. So, uh, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. All right. Let me get on that right away. You guys, and it really just goes to show how desperate they are. They are totally desperate at this point, and that's why they're here, is because they are desperate. Okay. All right, you guys. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Okay. I think that should fix it. I think we should be good now. All right. We're good? Okay. I think we're good. I just used the spray. I just used that spray. So I think we're good now. Was it a lot of them? Because I wasn't really able to see it, but were there a lot of them? Oh man. Okay. Wow. They are just, see how desperate they are? Okay, so this right here. All right, this is going to I have an audio for this. I can't I have the audio for that one panelist there. This is not the one from the other day. This is a different one, but I will play the sound for you. So be prepared to adjust your sound so you can listen very carefully um, to what this panelist said. This is a different one, but I thought it was very interesting. So I'm going to play it and then I'll discuss it on the other side.
Calling it work. I don't think is it work, light duties, but I don't know what her hard duties are. But it's not like she's getting on the 7:27 to Aldgate, is she, in the morning? She's walking to her. Do a lot of stuff. I just don't think. One, I don't think it's hard work, and two, I don't think it makes the blind bit of difference. But also, slightly separate point, she gets daily tests. She has a nurse stationed within the palace. So the rest of us, the Joe Blogs, like you talked about, we're not going to get that kind of. You're not the Queen. But we all going to be left exposed. But I mean, you're not left exposed. Thank you, James, and vulnerable to the fact that COVID restrictions are going to drop. We don't have a Queen stationed in our residences, do we? Yeah, maybe there's an unfairness. I mean, what would be interesting is if she was getting any treatment that the rest of us aren't entitled to get. But that's not happening so far because there isn't any. Yeah, but she has to meet an awful lot of people. And I'm not, you can argue about whether having a monarchy and all that sort of thing, but the fact is that she is head of the monarchy. It is an institution where there are going to be people rushing in and rushing out all the time in the same way that you don't have people rushing in and out your home to the same extent, I would have thought. And so therefore, it is right that there is slightly different healthcare arrangements. And if we think that everybody's going to get exactly the same and we live in some egalitarian, no, some people are slightly more equal than others. All right, I mean, let's get on the call.
So I don't know if you could hear that clearly. I know it's not the best audio, but basically she was saying that what hard work does she do? What does it mean for her to be on light duty? It's not as though she has that much work in the first place. And of course, she mentioned the fact that throughout the pandemic that she has access to having a nurse in the next room and the rest of us won't have a nurse in the next room. So, of course, people were stunned that she said what other people were thinking and that she didn't really see the point of having a monarch in the first place. But, and again, it's someone from a younger generation that is calling them out. Is someone from a younger generation that is calling out this institution. That is the future. That is what they're up against. And so this idea that the squad is trying to undermine the institution, nothing could be further from the truth. We just want them to leave the Sussexes alone. We want them to stop doing harm or causing harm to the Sussexes. That's it. We don't care what the rest of them do or don't do. Just leave Harry and Meghan alone and stop actively trying to undermine them. That's it. Anything else, nobody cares. Do whatever you want. But the fact that she was sick in the first place, well, of course, they tried to say that it was an outbreak at the Windsor, but we know what the outbreak was. At least I have my theories. Charles, Charles. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. But they blamed it on the staff. Charles, Camilla. Um, but we know that the Prince of Wales and his emotional support, Camilla, came to visit Her Majesty. And then after that, Charles said that he was sick. Then Camilla said she was sick. Charles. And from that point, they said, well, the Queen is being watched. But they wouldn't say whether or not she had it. And then that turned into, okay, she does have it. And so this panelist was saying, what does it mean for her to be on light duty? And it amazes me that they blame the staff. I don't think anybody else on the staff was sick, but they said there was an outbreak, but they never said how many other people supposedly was sick. I don't think anybody was sick except for the people that came to visit her. And so they don't want to say how she got sick. Oh, excuse me. That was a false alarm. Charles, Charles. Oh, excuse me. but they don't want to say how she got sick. Oh, excuse me. Miller. Excuse me. I had something in my throat. So, so who knows how she got sick? Who knows? But she was sitting there minding her business, wasn't bothering anybody, eating her Marmite sandwiches and drinking tea, and the next thing you know, she was sick. That's all. Alma Andrews, thank you so much for the super sticker. Charles, excuse me. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Tuesday to you. Okay, whatever that was tickling my allergies, I think it has passed. It always passed when I'm done talking about that situation where they had that outbreak. Baron Queenie has a nurse and a doctor on call. Most Brits have to wait weeks for a doctor. She also has a whole hospital wing set up aside at her disposal. I mean, set aside at her disposal. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, as the other person said, that other video that I made, if you pay me, I'll work hard too, you know? So, it's the young people. It's not the squatties that they have to worry about. The young people are asking questions. Queenie did nothing to move humanity in all her years. There were all kinds of human struggles during her reign, and she was a no show for humanity. She kept her schedule. That's all. 70 is empty. Sheila James, thank you so much for your comment. I don't have a dispute there at all. It was basically business as usual. Um, the Queen is like the last monarch that actually, I guess you wouldn't say she lived through the Edwardian period, or would you say that? But she certainly knows the ways of the Edwardians, and the Edwardians were very guarded about everything, and she's seen a lot of change, but the thing is, as they say, she's been a constant, and so she hasn't changed, but the world has moved on. But again, it's the young people that are going to be a problem for the crown. Thank you so much for your comments. Let me see. Making appearances is not work. Showing up is not work. Now, maybe when she worked during the war as a mechanic or something, the Queen worked. Thank you, Ginger Snap, for your comment. Also, thank you so much for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. I came across that again and I was just like, this seems very timely. I think I'll share that. All right, so moving on, gonna get a little messy. Okay, royal wedding is the bland leading the bland. As I was prepping yesterday, I found that little receipt that I've been saving for some reason. I save a lot of little things like that in case I need it. And boy, oh boy. Now look at the date. That was 2010. I think that had to be when the wedding was announced, not actually the wedding. I think the wedding was what, 2011? The bland leading the bland. Oh man, the bland leading the bland. And you know what? All these years later, has anything changed? I think not. It is still very much bland, 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 tasteless, no flavor, like Melba toast. It's like cooking what is that fish? Uh Starts with a T. Um Gosh, I guess so funny I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, the fish that everybody with a T. Not why am I thinking triplet? Anyway, it's like cooking that fish. It doesn't really have a taste of its own. The flavor comes from whatever you put on it. So there you go. The bland leading the bland. Um, okay. Tilapia. Thank you. Tilapia. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Okay. And then you can see here, not exactly a bed of roses, no pun intended, but one of the squatties made that slide on the left side there, and then someone else did the one on the right. But they really captured the essence of Cambridge. Yes, if there was a scent called the essence of Cambridge, if someone made a cologne or perfume and they called it the essence of Cambridge, guess what it would smell like? Nothing. It wouldn't have a smell. It would be very bland. Um, it would be the bland leading the bland. I mean, this is why people believe that fourth house that they have, well, it's supposed to be a third house, but then we find out that there's actually four houses that they occupy. It seems as though at this moment they were just one of them was just settling into the new house. So, all right, and then right here it says in revenge that gets basic facts wrong, like Edward Enninford's age, stating that Enniful is 41 when he and Meghan discussed their guest editing an issue of the British Vogue. Enniful was born in 1972, making him 47. See what I mean? Just filled with lots of inaccuracies. Let me see. Inspired by the Los Angeles publicist, so she had emailed British Vogue magazine new editor Edward Enninful. The 41-year-old had worked in magazines since he was 17. Dramatic appointment as editor confirmed. So Edward Enninful on Vogue, Gen Z, and what makes a great editor. Again, if he was born in 1972, at that point, that would mean that he's 50 right now, right? 50. So, yeah, again, poorly written, and it is just a big joke. All right, so right here, I love this. As you know, I love to say that someone is a love child. So, right here, serious question. Has anyone ever seen Josh Hawley and Miss Jane Hathaway in the room at the same time? Oh man, that you can see the resemblance. You can definitely see the resemblance. Although I don't think I've ever seen Miss Jane Hathaway run, but you can see the resemblance. All right. And so, because I love to do the side by sides, I started digging around looking for a lot of the ones that I've saved over the years. Okay. So, there you see Mitch McConnell and Granny. But then again, you could also say there's a very strong resemblance between the Duchess of Cambridge and Granny. Okay. And then, of course, I don't know if it's so much a resemblance as the energy is the same, but how about Sarah Huckabee and Jethrine? Okay. Sarah Huckabee and Jethrine. And then, of course, my favorite, Otis the Wino and Aunt B had a love child years ago, and his name is Thomas Markle Sr. That's just my theory, and I'm sticking to it. They have a love child, and that love child's name is Thomas Markle Sr. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then, of course, Mitch McConnell and the tortoise. Another one. Or how about the Queen's body double, Leslie Uggams? And then, of course, who wore it best? Her Majesty or Kermit the Frog? I throw the question to you. I'm not sure. Oh man. I told you this was going to be fun. But then I started thinking about the many times that Harry has encountered people with red hair. And as you can see, the little boy right there is kind of looking like a mini me. So Harry's kind of like, probably complimenting him on his suit. And then, I don't know, for some reason, that picture of Harry in the middle there, at the top in the middle, I kind of picture the guy sitting next to him saying, um, hey, Harry, I think she's making fun of you. Do you think she's trying to make fun of you? I don't know. I just kind of imagine that. I'm sure that that's not what's going on. But hey, mate, is she making fun of your hair? Oh, Anastasia, I got probably over 55,000 photos that I have saved here and there. And then of course there's that dreadful what is his name? Eamon Holmes. And of course Eamon Holmes um is the spitting image of you know who. And of course there's Camilla the Silky Chicken. And then there is, of course, the Jolly Green Giant and the Duchess of Cambridge. All right. And then I actually made that one right there in the middle. You guys probably recognize her. That is Kellyanne Conway. And I turned her into the twins from The Shining. And as you guys know, I have a bunch of them. I had to stop at a certain point. I said that's too many. I don't want to overload them. So I'll show you the ones that I made myself. So these I made, right? And then back here, the Mitch McConnell, somebody else made that. And then of course the Queen and Leslie Uggams, that was mine. Someone else did the one with the Queen and Kermit. And the Mitch and Granny, someone did that yesterday. I forget the squattie's name. Sorry about that. And of course, the Duchess of Cambridge and Granny, that was somebody else's creation. But the ones at the bottom, I did those myself. So, yeah, and I don't want to take credits for other people's stuff. So that's that. Anyway, so you guys, if you go to the community tab, Prince Harry and Meghan's treatment changed me from a royalist into a Republican. I'm embarrassed to say I was an Anglophile and a royalist all my life. Then I saw what they did to Prince Harry and Meghan. Now I am a staunch Republican. I hope they abolish the monarchy both in my own country, Jamaica, and in Britain. And that Prince Charles becomes the last. Okay. Very interesting. So if you go to the community tab, it is there so you can read it for yourself. But please do take a peek at it because I thought it was very well written. And she really speaks for a lot of people. And as I said, I grew up embracing the entire fairy tale of the whole thing. That this great institution and 1,000 years of history, as what's his name, Starkey says. What is his name? Michael Starkey or whatever his name is. An institution that's been around for 1,000 years. So I totally went for the whole thing, hook, line, and sinker. I just thought, oh, how delightful this is. Oh, they've been around for so long. How interesting. Well, Republican doesn't mean the same as in the United States. Republican there, of course, is speaking to the nation's movement to go from being a sovereignty or one of royalty. Well, having a sovereign as head of state, having a queen as head of state. The United States is a republic, so to be a republic means that you have direct representation from the people. So the United States is considered a democracy, but it's also a representatory republic. A representatory republic means that you have elected representatives that are directly elected from their constituents to go and make laws and such. So that is what a republic is. So to be a Republican here is just the name of a party that just happens to be conservative. But a Republican in the United Kingdom doesn't mean that you're conservative. As a matter of fact, you may actually be very left wing, but it means that you don't want a royal family. It means that you want a directly elected government. They don't want lords and ladies in parliament. They want a direct election. They want more House of Commons and less, House of Lords. And if you guys are from the UK and I got that right, please give me a thumb up. So I hope the interpretation is proper. But yes, that's what a Republican means over there. It doesn't mean that you like Mitch McConnell. It means that you want the royal family out of there. Out of there. Okay. So that's it. But thank you for asking Belician what is that? Belician DJB. Thank you for asking because that does need to be cleared up because yeah, monarchy versus republic. Exactly. Exactly. So there you go. Hi Noreen Lovelock. No, you haven't missed much. Believe me, you ain't missed nothing. Okay. As I say with an air of sarcasm, you ain't missed nothing. So yeah, please take a look at that in the community tab. And you guys, I am on the ball today because usually I say I'm going to put it there and then I don't. That doesn't sound strange. I say I'm going to put it there and then I don't, but this time I did. So I'm very proud of myself. Okay, but yeah, I was the same way. I felt that same connection to the royal family and the whole, fairy tale of it all, but I didn't realize that exactly how deep the racism actually had a hold on the institution, or the institution was holding on to the old racist values. I had no idea. I thought it was kind of like, like when everybody saw Prince Charles seemingly embrace Doria, I didn't realize that he was just playing to the cameras, and that this is something that they do. They play up to the cameras and all the posturing and the pomp and circumstance. I didn't know the difference, you know. But then after I saw the way they treated this woman of color, a woman whose mother looks just like my mother, I was just like, oh, uh, uh, no, 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 no. It was like somebody skipped the record. I said, no, 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 no. This is not good. I'm not feeling this anymore. I need to distance myself from that because it wasn't right. Okay, so I just went to the community tab and it says page not found. So, okay, don't try that one then. I'm going to just put the link here. At least I'm going to try, and hopefully I can go back and fix the one in the community tab because I think I may have let me see. Okay. All right, so I just tried to correct it. It works. Yeah, the one in the community tab works. It works now. So let me try that again. Aha. Yep. Now it's working. All right. So she says, I'm embarrassed to say that I was an Anglophile and a royalist all my life. And then I saw what they did to Prince Harry and Meghan. I am now a staunch Republican. I hope they abolish the monarchy both in my own country, Jamaica, and in Britain. and that Prince Charles becomes the last. How did Jamaica become a monarchist and an Anglophile? I'm sorry, how did a Jamaican become a monarchist and an Anglophile? There are many reasons. My grandfather went to England before I was born, and after him, my uncle, mother, and aunt. He went in the mid 50s and his last child in 1965. England was where the parcels came from at Christmas with our clothes and the airmail letters with the earliest remittances, postal money orders, and to provide for us. It was a place we children wanted to go to live one day, joining our parents and hundreds of others like us who settled in the mother country. I attended an English style boarding school in Western Jamaica. Our headmaster was English, and so were almost all the teaching staff. Our syllabus was geared to Cambridge GCE O's and A levels. We did English literature, Shakespeare, Dickens, George Eliot, Thomas Hardy. So I was very familiar with the landscape, symbols, place names, and personalities of England. With my mother there, with glimpses of Mrs. Queen, as we called her when she visited Jamaica over the years with dazzling Diana, with televised royal weddings, funerals, and parades, England and the monarchy seemed benign and wholesome. Despite the knowledge of slavery and colonialism, somehow we didn't blame Miss Queen and her family. They remained a colorful backdrop to the story I had grown up on. Fast forward though, years of what is that, dissatory royal watching, and in 2018, like millions of others, I watched the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I was visiting England at the time and stayed glued to the BBC to watch the prince and his beautiful black American bride. I wished them nothing but the best and rejoiced in the spectacle. 2 weekends later, I went to Windsor and I bought royal wedding postcards and tea towels. I returned home and prepared to go back to the usual, checking once in a while to see how they were doing and turning in again only for a royal birth. But by the end of 2018, only the Rip Van Winkle would have failed to notice just how badly and unfairly Meghan was being treated by the British press, including the mainstream. Not just the notorious tabloids, others have documented the racism, xenophobia, disdain, and outright slander heaped upon this poor woman's head. So anyway, I'll let you guys finish the rest of that yourselves. But that's just a little sample of that article, which was written by Rita Ann Wallace. So Rory B, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Rory B. Very nice. Happy birthday. And many happy returns of the day. Okay, royalty with its caste system don't go with equality and dignity for all. You can say that again. You can say that again. So, yeah, the party's over. Um, I, I don't know. Give me a thumbs up if what Rita Ann Wallace is saying here describes how you feel about the royal family now. Um, it's exactly, I can't say exactly because as an American, I don't have the exact same deference and connection to the royal family. We just refer to her as the queen, as though there's no other in the world, and that's about it. The James Bond movies, I'm like, oh, I'd like to go there. And To Sir with Love, oh, I can't wait to go there. And how about are you being served? Or the bouquet residence, the lady of the house speaking. Well, of course, watching Keeping Up Appearances, I got to go to the UK, right? Have I done Hyacinth's bucket for you guys? The bouquet residence, the lady of the house speaking. Mind the road, Richard. Oh man, should I have warned you before I've done that? Anyway, Mrs. Bucket, that's bouquet. Okay, so there we go. And then this one here, Meghan Markle faces plot from Buckingham Palace, men in gray, says royal writer. Well, that story came from Anna Pasternak, claims these men in gray are plotting the Duchess of Sussex downfall. Well, this story came out back in 2019, March of 2019. And boy, howdy, was she right. Now, maybe not for the reasons that you suspect, but pretty much in line with what we know of. But um, I fear if Meghan and Harry's stars rise too high, that will be perceived as the courtiers Princess Diana called men in gray suits to treat her. I'm sorry, to treat. Oh gosh, I can't see that. To call men call the gray as a. Oh, I'm sorry, as a threat to the air. That would be a threat to the air. She, Meghan, cannot set the agenda. She has to toe the line and support the monarch and heir. I don't think she's realizes that. Meanwhile, it emerged yesterday that Meghan and Harry made a secret visit to see Mom Doria in LA in recent months. I remember they kept saying that she had went to LA. Well, they had went to LA, but I'm not sure that anybody. I don't know that that ever happened. But yeah, so she pretty much nailed it on the head, though. Anna Pasternak, I believe she was the one who wrote the article. Um, what was it? Oh yeah, Catherine the Great. I believe she's the one who wrote the article Catherine the Great for the Tatler, and then of course they yanked it off the shelves and removed it from the interweb. But yeah, I believe she was the one who wrote that. Yeah, it pretty much is exactly what happened. It is. I think aside from that, it wasn't only that. It was the more was the fact that she just made Kate look so bad. It is. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Isn't Pasternak the one who did the original piece of Center? See where her friends tore her and her family apart. Oh, gee, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Do you even get time to rest, Baron? Yeah, of course I do. I do. I do. I usually do my research in the morning and some at night. And but yeah, yeah. Well, and that's why I started late today because I had some other stuff to do. But thank you for asking, Nubian Queen. Let me see. We grew up with fairy tale where happy endings were living in palaces, being royal. Now we know is really not. Yeah, it's really not the fairy tale it appears to be. Could you imagine, though? One thing that I always think about is for the women back in the days when there was such a high possibility that you could actually die in childbirth, and yet you had to keep producing one child after the next until a male heir was born. And then and only then have you fulfilled your duty as a lady or as a mistress of the household. And they said that's what Queen Elizabeth I was afraid of, is that if she had a male heir, or if she had any child, that her life would be threatened not only from childbirth, but also from the idea that they would take her child. And if it's a male, they would probably do away with her in anticipation of this male heir becoming king. So, for quite a few reasons, I'm sure she just never married. And then again, some people said because she had had the um what was it, the smallpox or whatever, that she may have not been able to have children anyway. But yeah, I think about people back in those days and what, what they probably had to have gone through, and then the plague strikes Europe. I mean, gosh almighty, how interesting. But I look at a lot of that history. Okay. So yeah, that was from March of 2019. And you know what, guys? If you want to see the complete article, you need only take the exact title and search it on Google. Anytime you see those articles that I present like that, if you want to see the entire article, you can go back and look at it like that. Now, if it's something negative about the Sussexes, I beg you, please don't give them the clicks. But you all are adults, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. But if it's just something that you have to see, that is one way you could do it, is to search using the exact title, and then you can find it like that. Okay, so, oh, what do you know? I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Did I have a video for you? I do not. I think I am done. Woo! I told you guys I'd get you out of here in an hour. Well, as you can see, it's actually an hour and a half. Oh man, but I do thank you all for being here. And of course, I'm waiting for something from Sherry Ware. Although I don't think it'll be a long list today, but I'm glad for it. Okay, let me see. Check your last comments here. Also, let me take this away because I've had enough of them. Get rid of that. So long, Jethrain. I'm sorry, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. What if she runs for president? That'd be interesting. No food truck. I suppose not. I don't know. I may do a food truck later if there's something interesting. I may do another food truck video. Although that last video, oh, thank you, Sherry. That last video, you guys didn't turn it into a food truck. Oh man. Well, okay, so I'll fess up. I was with my aunt today and she brought me some more of those pot stickers. So we actually had pot stickers for brunch. But she had an early appointment that I had to help her with. And so I did that. And then when we came back, we had coffee and we had some of those delicious pot stickers, which I steamed them and they had like a dipping sauce. So yeah, I that's what I had for brunch lunch. And for dinner, I don't know yet, but but yes, please hit that like button. And as always, we have to give love to our faves. Uh, oh, thank you so much, Lydia, for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and thank you for helping everyone with their what do you call it, with their subscriptions from time to time. I know people have gone to Lydia like, how come I'm not able to get through? And so I have to go and manually insert people. So thank you for that. Okay. Hello, Judy Rico. You're out of here. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, feel free to take off. I think I am done. And I don't know if Pedo or Duchess of Success is coming up or not. I know Duchess of Success just moved, but go to either one of their YouTube pages or channels and check for their next videos yourself. because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. So, and let's see. I don't know who else was up today, but anyway, thank you all for supporting all of these platforms. Even if this one is not your fave, support another platform, please. Because the more voices we have and the more we grow this community, the more we're able to better defend our faves. You guys know that on a cloudy day, you could always go to Royal Sussex for a laugh, but there's also a lot of good information here and with all of the other channels. So, okay, cool. They are coming up later. That's good. Yeah, so look for the notifications, or you can go direct to their page and check to see if they have anything scheduled. Okay, so that's good. But yes, please help to spread the message about the Sussexes because we need more voices. If you're thinking about starting a platform of your own, if you have a smartphone, you have a platform. And remember to put content out there. It doesn't have to be great, it just has to be there. And take it from me, someone who started with just a vision and a purpose. The channel has grown, and technically, I have learned a lot, but every day I learn something new. Like, for instance, the sign that says Royal Sussex. I knew it was some kind of way I could put the shadows behind the letters. Well, I only just figured out how to do that. So that's my new favorite thing. So you'll see that a lot. Once I get a new favorite thing, then that's all I think about. So, like, remember that other favorite thing I had? You guys remember that? Hello, Ivy here. And then I just could not stop saying, hello, Ivy here. So that was one of my favorite things. So whenever I get something new and favorite, then I love to just keep sharing it over and over again. Um, oh man. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Rory says, let me see. Bye, everyone. Gonna buy a little cake for myself, and I will come back to watch the replay. Thanks, Baron, for these videos. Love the content. Well, thank you for being here, Rory B. Oh, yes, I will pass the word to Mo Shannon. I will. I will. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, so anyway, I'll be looking for a last word for the day. Okay, and as always, the two courageous, resourceful, thoughtful women that have uh, managed to change the world in their own ways, and then of course they have produced beautiful children that have changed the world. Of course, our Queen of Hearts, uh, Princess of Wales, the People's Princess, the Queen of our Hearts, Diana, and of course, our Queen of everything because she's just so well rounded. And that is, of course, Queen Doria. All right. Okay. Hello, Cookies and Cream. Did I say hi? And Tamika Green. Hello. I didn't know you were here. All right. So let's get to the list before I forget. All right. All right. So today we have donations on Tuesday, July 26th. Brenda Crane, 5 months membership. Wonderful. Alma Andrews, thank you so much. And Lydia Washington. And yesterday, gosh, I can't forget. Well, I mean, can't forget. I can't remember that is. I didn't call out someone because we were deep in conversation. So I didn't get a chance to say thank you. But anyway, thank you for that last contribution yesterday. All right, so there you go. Okay. Oh, you're late. You're late. Well, we're not completely done yet. Just almost done. Oh man. Okay, then. All right, so Q Ginger Avenger. Q. Oh, there it is. Q Ginger. This has been a Filmway presentation. Oh man. All right. Mm, trying to ride Harry, Meghan, and their children's popularity for hype. She knows it's over and she is leaving nothing behind. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That is going to be the last of her kind. When the queen goes, there's not likely to be anyone that spends as much time on the throne as she has. But I mean, in some generations from now that may actually happen. But it's miraculous that that happened for her and for the country. But at the same time, in the Queen's name, a lot of things, a lot of progress, I feel, is being held back. One of the things that I've been paying attention to is the fact that there has been so many of these lorries, if you will, these trucks stuck at the port of Dover, from Calais to Dover. That has been very interesting to see because of the Brexit. And of course, the safeguard against things like that happening is supposed to be the Queen. And well, I don't think that the country is so safe. It's going to be a lot of people suffering financially in the very near future. And not to in any way disparage the United Kingdom. I if you've seen the way the luggage and everything has been stuck at the airports, it's because they cannot find enough people to do the work. They cannot find enough people to do the work because they were not paying enough. Now I heard that this one airline was offering like triple the salary if people would just show up and move those bags. And if they could afford to do that now, they could have at least paid them like, 50% more than what they were making back then. But they were so full of profits and not really willing to support the common worker that now the airlines are suffering something terrible. They just can't find enough people. And it's their own faults. So um, I don't feel any sympathy for them. And it's not just the airlines, it's every industry, it's every sector. Baron, this is my 1 year membership anniversary. Looking forward to many more years. Thank you for all you do. Lydia, really? It's been a year? How is that possible? I'm still thinking it's just a matter of months, no more than 9. But a year, a whole year. Has it really been a year? Well, congratulations. Wow, it's been interesting watching this channel grow, right? I mean, it's just, even from my perspective, it just has been incredible to see the channel grow. And I must admit, I am a bit of a workaholic sometimes. And when I'm feeling extra creative, I just feel like I want to, try this and try that. And that's the artist in me that keeps those late night hours. But it has been incredibly fulfilling, especially like the last like recorded video I made with that surprise ending. Oh man, am I not the king of endings or what? I think some of the endings of my videos have been epic. If only the beginning was as promising. But the endings have been really, really cool. And I'm just gonna go ahead and celebrate that myself. But I love that. It's just like I'll get to that point and I'm just like, ooh, what if I do this? Or ooh, what if I do that? And I'm just using a basic program. I'm not really using some of those like expensive programs. I'm just using what comes with the PC. And and that's fun. It really is fun. A lot of the stuff I love sharing, and I can't wait to, like, especially stuff like this. I can't wait to share stuff like that. I'm just like, this is so much fun, you know. I get a kick out of it, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Oh yes, and Church Nelly has not been on. I noticed that. And she hasn't been on for a few days, right? That's scary. That is very, very concerning. So, ooh, I hate to even think about that. So, yeah, just let us know if you can. If you can. Speaking of endings, shall we take a look at it? Because I really got a kick out of that. And let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. Okay. Was that it?
Going to be like of the opinion of nobody else in the whole entire world, but I just don't get it. I don't get any of it.
What do you mean? You don't get what?
Yeah. I don't get why we're so obsessed with these humans that are exactly the same. Like, it could be us four sitting there. I just don't get it.
But are you talking about what you mean as royals, or as like Kim Kardashian? Because for me, they're becoming celebrities.
Well, yeah, to me, that's all they are.
The Queen
is their celebrity.
For me, is brilliant.
I love the Queen.
Yeah.
What you know,
duty, responsibility.
She's always worked really hard,
but I would work hard if the whole country paid for me to have like 12 houses and work really hard.
They don't. No, they don't pay for all of the houses. But
just a few.
No, we contribute about 39 million a year it costs 300 million a year to run the royal family. But I mean, I'm with you. After the Queen, I'd have them all on bicycles and living in a terraced house. But I love the Queen. I think she's fantastic. But I think the more that they try to be relevant, they've actually said, we want to be relevant to our generation, which is you. And that's why they're doing a lot of this kind of much more touchy-feely stuff. And I think that will...
Are they becoming just too accessible, really, then? Is that what we're
because then people are going to go, well, they're just like us. Well, if they're just like us,
what's the big
why
deal?
do they need all that faff?
People are thinking that already, even without them doing all of those things. I'm already thinking, you know, like, it's freezing cold outside and people are homeless and these people have, like, houses to spare. And it does sometimes become a little bit frustrating because I don't see the purpose of all of that money going to this entire family.
Have you watched The Crown yet?
Sorry to everyone.
I know it's the Queen thing, though, as you said, but that is because there's a bit of mystique still there. Is that
totally?
Maybe that is the difference.
Never complain, never explain. It sustains the monarchy.
Yes.
throughout, and you know, now everybody's complaining and explaining about everything, and I just think, you know, by the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
Was that creepy or what? That was Loose Women. I believe it was Loose Women. Was that creepy or what? That whole little echo, you know, and I didn't even do the thing. The echo just happened. I don't think I did anything. That, I promise you, I didn't do anything. That just happened. I didn't like insert that in there. It just kind of happened.
King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
By the time King William is on the throne, it'll be a very different monarchy and much diminished.
Yeah.
Oh man. I hope they don't show it over at Kensington Palace. Oh, I'd be so embarrassed. Please, nobody send that to Kensington Palace. Please don't do it. Please don't send that to Kensington Palace. I don't want them to see this. I don't want them to know that this exists. Please don't send it to Kensington Palace. Don't do it. Don't. Please don't. I'm afraid. I'm embarrassed. Don't show them this. Oh man. Oh, creepy. I know. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. I thought that something like this would get me in trouble. I thought that somebody would call for help. You know what I mean?
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
Talk about a drama mama. Talk about a drama mama. Police! Help! Now that's what you call a drama mama. Oh man. So anyway, yes. So that's it. I've been having fun with this channel, and I thank you all. I thank you so much for trusting me to do this work, because I know that one of the things that's important to the squad is trust. That's why I don't want nobody's information and all that kind of stuff. Keep it to yourself. I'd rather just, things to go the way they are now, and not that, because it's just very important. And I don't want any like hint or whiff of that kind of controversy. So that's just been a problem in the squad on a couple of occasions, and I definitely don't want anything near that. So and it's very important, because we are here first and foremost for the Sussexes, and then we branch off into a lot of stuff, but it really centers around the most influential royal couple in the world, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And of course, not just them as people, but the values that they possess. That is really a big part of it. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what too? When they do put her in the seat, please put the seatbelt on her. That is one thing that bothers me so much is that they had her riding around in that Range Rover and she didn't have no seatbelt on, and I kept thinking that she was going to just teeter forward and mush her lips all over the dashboard with that oddly pink lipstick that she's wearing. So when they do put her in the seat, just make sure they put the seatbelt on her because I get anxiety. That gives me anxiety seeing this poor old woman riding around in a, well, not poor, but riding around in a Range Rover, over them little bumps and stuff like that, and she didn't have a seatbelt on. What if she had like teetered forward and broke her glasses, smushed her lips all over the dashboard? Now that would be quite the scene, and I just don't want that to happen to her. Oh. Okay, that should be helpful. But yeah, I don't want her to mush her lipstick. That's all. Because I care. And I don't want to see her get hurt. And I don't want to see them have to clean lipstick off the dashboard. So oh man. My mind works kind of weird like that. I get kind of obsessed with certain things like that. So don't pay me any attention. Um the screen is blank, really. Oh, that's interesting. Mine is okay. Maybe if you refresh your page. Um, Now is the screen blank, or are you trying to say the queen has a blank look on her face? Which is it? Let me see. Let me take that away. Okay. Let me see. Mrs. Obama has a new book out this fall as well as Prince Harry. Good reading ahead. Oh, cool. So I guess I got to get that book. What's the one? Misunderstood. I mean, I saw the guy do the interviews before, and I liked what he had to say. But I guess Finding Freedom took all the oxygen out of the room, and nobody actually paid any attention to it. But maybe that will be something that I turn to. Is the other book should be interesting. Um, okay. All right, you guys, are we good? Are we good? Let's see. Queen forgot she had children when she traveled around the world for months, and now her children forgot she's an. Ooh, Adrian. Tss. Ooh, that stings. That kind of. That's hot. Tell us how you really feel. Although I've heard that she was gone for months, and Charles and Annie and they kind of didn't even know who she was when she came back. So yeah, what would be interesting is if the Queen issued a royal patent on her way out and changed it so that Princess Anne would actually be the next in line. Because isn't Anne older, right? And the Queen issued a patent to make it possible for Charlotte to be the next in line, where she would have been last. Now she's next. So wouldn't it have been interesting? Wouldn't it have been interesting if the Queen issued a royal patent and changed it so that Anne would be next instead of, you know. Oh Lord, we're gonna be here another 40 minutes. Speaking of Anne, you know what, guys? What time does she come on? I'm gonna go take a look because I know she usually comes on about this time. But let me take a look and see. Um,
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was
I don't see one scheduled for today. So, but then don't listen to me. There might be something last minute. So don't listen to me. But I don't see anything scheduled. I'm sorry, scheduled. Okay. It may save the monarchy. Yes, Denise Marcus. Yeah, Afro Annie may be the only thing that can save the monarchy. Yeah, because leave it to Charles and they'll be out of business in just one generation. Oh, Anne was the second born? Okay. Oh, right. Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought Anne was older only because she acts more mature, but it made me believe that she was the older one. So, um, and plus she has rhythm, right? She has rhythm, so that's what led me to believe that she was next. Okay. Oh, I know. Well, let's see. Let's see. I think she has rhythm. Right on, Annie. Right on. I don't know. She just looks like the auntie at the barbecue to me. That's anytime I look at her, I just see the auntie at the barbecue. Okay. Oh, we ain't gonna leave it there. I don't want to look at that. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let me see. Charles is weak and will be a very weak king. Well, I actually watched that movie, King Charles III, and that was very, very interesting. Harry fell in love with a black girl. It was almost like a premonition. It was based on a play. And then, of course, William and Kate were plotting to take the throne from Charles. Oh, you guys, if you haven't seen it, you have to see that movie. It was so interesting. Uh, right? Exactly. Exactly. No nonsense, Annie. There would have been issues. Yep, that would have cured everything. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And maybe, just maybe, I might have a little something, pre-recorded later. We'll see if something interesting comes to mind. I like doing those. I really do miss editing videos. That is like so much fun. Hey, Yvonne Clark. Maybe they all Harry loves black girls. Well, like I said, in that movie, it was very interesting. But well, I'll let you see it for yourself. It didn't quite go as well as it did in real life. What they tried to do in real life, I think they succeeded with doing in the movie. So I'll let you figure that out. Okay. It is called Charles III. Let me see, King Charles III. Yeah. I think that's the name of it. Let me see. I'm going to Google it. Yes, it is called King Charles III. It was based on a play, but then they made a movie out of it. And it was just very, very interesting. Very interesting. Wow. The only thing is, the guy that plays William, I think they were very generous and gave him way too much hair. But I guess it's based on old William, not the new William. So, okay. Bubbling brown sugar, make you scream and shout. Bubbling brown sugar, joy's what it's all about. A bubbling brown sugar. Oh, why you make me show how old I am? That was from What's Happening, right? Yeah, Joan, I'm about to get out of here. Just hanging out here, but I gotta go. Let me see. Okay. All right. Love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex.